Yeah. I just tried to upload a video. I'm not sure if people can see it even. Kind of, I don't know. Oh, sorry, I'm playing Skype. God damn it. I don't know. This video could only be 9 minutes long because storage issues. And yes, I deleted some videos and some pictures, but this phone just doesn't handle as much as my other one does, sadly. So 9 minutes is what I have to make a video. So, cannot edit videos, by the way. This is always from my phone, it's always the same way, always being uncomfortable. Living life, I think, as the interesting thing is I've always been called a pessimist in life. Always somebody who expects the worst. But when it comes to time and how I evolved, even with the pessimism that I still have, I realized I'm very neutral. I don't like to vote. I don't like to make decisions. I don't like to choose one over the other. I don't like to pick one side or one person, because I see more to it than just one decision. I see value to most things. There's exceptions, of course, but even then at home I question why these people did it. Is there something that triggered them? And this is what I call classic overthinking. Now that I realized my PlayStations are all ordered from small to big. Like, I got my big ass PlayStation 2, then my PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 2. Like that. Yeah, okay, whatever. Just you had a few seconds to see it. Anyway, it's just annoying when you need to make decisions and you don't know how, or you don't want to, because you just don't want to be part of consequences that you just don't want to be part of. Knowing that every decision you make, this is a kind of the anxiety that I have. Every decision you make will have consequences, and that's inevitable, and everything you do can be considered evil or wrong despite what you do. You know, I could very well just drink water and somebody's be like, you drink water? Like, of course that is a rare one, but it still happens. There's always someone who would be like, why are you doing that? Like, why? So that's what something I have to always remind myself, that there's always gonna be somebody who hates me. And it sounds pessimistic, but again, actually, it's not always as pessimistic as it seems, because that's basically just accepting the fact that that's happening. I think, I don't know how to explain it. It's like not knowing that it's not a fact. It's not a fact. I think, I don't know when how people react, but I think there's an overall idea of the world that some behaviors, I'm gonna spit it out. The behaviors that we have is very common despite the situation. Like the way we have fear and the way we run away, the way we cope with situations, and overall, like the why we have some fear of certain situations or attachment or loss, because it is innate in us and it will always happen in some form. And it's like, I wish we could write that in a book as a fact without controversy, to give us more of an idea that if that happens, more people can be like, okay, this is what's gonna happen, and we can only deal with it the best we can. And it's like, as long as we have no idea of anything, because these days the world, every word has 100 meanings. No word has one meaning anymore. It's because we have freedom of, thinking what we want. And I guess it's so much that you have so little to base yourself on, that you just have to do it all on your own. You have to be yourself and an individual forcefully, because otherwise you're gonna lose yourself in influence all over the place. You're gonna lose yourself in everything, because you seek this validation of truth and facts, because we need it. We need to know something. And that's why we get so annoyed by things we don't know. Like, for instance, trans people. There's so many people still don't know what it is. And even if they do hear about it, there's always something different to hear, because there's not actually one factual truth anymore about it, honestly, and that makes me confused. Though I still believe I am a man and I am still trans, but it's like I have to constantly tell myself this, that what I do is right for myself because it makes me happy, so it must be right. But then you start thinking, yeah, but the science says this and the other person says that, and then it's this. No, if I feel right, if I feel good with it, and I don't hurt others, on purpose at least, or myself, I guess what I'm doing is right. And that's basically as philosophical as it can get. If I don't want to kill people, and if I don't hurt myself, then everything I do is right for me. Like, if I want to drink alcohol, if I want to go party, if I want to sit at home every single day, whatever example I have, that is what humans do, or just obsessively cleaning or something like that. That's, if it works for me, even though it might sound bad for others, then it works for me. If I later on realize it's not good for me, or I need to change myself and I want to change myself, then I will. But that's the thing, as long as that cannot happen, some people are stubborn, right? Because again, we're individuals. We are individuals, although we need each other. It's like stubborn. We are stubborn, and there's also innate reasons why we are, because of, trying to survive and compete against others and show that we are capable. And there's a whole philosophy about that as well. But yeah, but there's a reason why we do it. There's actually a reason to everything. Every single thing has a reason. Even if we don't actually actively cause it, it happens. It has a logic behind it. As weird as it sounds, everything has a logic. Otherwise, it wouldn't be working right now. We wouldn't be alive right now. We wouldn't be able to do anything right now. That's basically, these things do make sense if you think about it sometimes. And some people will be very underwhelmed and annoyed, because they're like, so yeah, if we die, right? It's that. Or, like, especially people who are religious. I'm not gonna force you guys, if you're religious, to listen to this and believe me. But yeah, it's like, it just keeps changing. The world keeps changing. Everything keeps changing. And but you want to hold on to something. And it's best you hold on to yourself. And ironically, if that means holding on to someone else willingly because you want to, then you do that, I guess. The exceptions are when you're a child and a teenager, but again, I don't know, some children are really difficult to handle. There are children who have done crimes, children. And people could debate all they want if it was because of the parents or bad behavior or like bad education, but or not, like it happened, right? It just happened, and you cannot control it, and all you can do is either choose to help the child or you don't help the child to improve. That's basically what you do as yourself. Do you want to involve yourself? Don't you want to involve yourself? But yeah, I don't know. Basically what I'm just want to say here is I don't like to pick sides, and I don't think I ever will, unless I absolutely have to. But even then I will reason, because I am not someone who just fights with people flat on, and I guess I had to accept that I'm not that competitive in that sense. Yeah, that's it.